Alright, so here got this fake Dior Sauvage. It's pretty close to the original. I thought I had an original until I started checking for very little minor things that gave it away. Looks almost the same, except for me, 3 things give it away. 4 things. One, when I first thought it was original, I sprayed it. It only lasted about hour and a half, then it completely went away. So that was a sign. So I know the original one lasts a good 7-8 hours, maybe a little more. Another one was the font. So right here, there's a abnormal spacing between the V and the A. But in the original, it's all evenly spaced out. So it kind of reads Sauvage a little bit. Also, if you can see the little hole in the A is way bigger than the original. And also the G, the original. Check out this one. The little stem on the G is taller and on par with the stem on the E going sideways. So it's on par with the E one. And this one, the original, is lower. Another thing is the caps are almost exactly the same, except there's a little tiny misprint. It's barely off on the mark, but its cap is magnetic. It lines up and everything, same as the original. It even has the B in it. Let me see if I can focus on it. There it is. But this B is, the body of the B is fatter, and the antenna and the legs of it are way skinnier than the original one. Let me see if I can see it. So the legs here are more defined. So it even has that thing. And the inside looks nice. It's clean. No sound. It's heavy. The only thing, if you try to check with the original, is that this won't go in. Another thing to notice here is this one doesn't have the little ridge that the original has. But they're getting pretty good with these fakes, because I watched a few videos in which they address other things, and this one that I have doesn't have any of those things. So another thing is, like, you notice those joints on the glass on the side right here and on this side, and a lot of them haven't gone to the side. You can notice, and this one's like completely smooth. Although on the original they're a lot less noticeable, so they're a lot smoother. Another thing to check was the cap. Let me see if I can. So a lot of them have to check the cap, and I checked for that too when I was first checking if it was original, because I've seen that they point out that the original has that little thing right there, the little kind of ring, and the stem of the atomizer, and this fake has it too. So they thought about that. The only things that, I don't know if you can tell here on this phone, but this is the original cap, and you can see that CD. Fake one has it as well. But I don't know if you can notice here, but the fake one isn't imprinted as clearly. So it's pretty good. But if you don't compare side by side, you might not be able to tell that this one's a lot It's not as in as deep. It's not as in as precise, as sharp. But other than that, look, this is the fake one. It has a great pressurized atomizer. Works the same. Juice smells almost exactly the same. Like 90% the same, maybe a little more alcohol, and it smells slightly sweeter than the original one. But other than that, if you don't compare side by side, it could be full. And the longevity, as I said. Another thing I noticed, one of the other things was everything here exactly the same, except one thing. I already said it. This, the badge code. It even has the badge code on the fake, but if you notice, it's upside down. So the base of the letters and numbers is facing outwards instead of inwards, which the original has facing inwards. So yeah, here's the original. So yeah, see that? They're facing to the inside, not to the outside. You see, another thing is that they're getting good with the straws, with the stems. Here's a fake. It's pretty transparent, but you can see it. But it is pretty transparent. You have to hold it against the light to actually see it. And here's the original. So this one's like practically invisible. There it is. We have to really search for it. So yeah, that's the one thing. I just wanted to help someone out, identify a fake. They're getting pretty good with it. Check the font. Oh, I just noticed another thing. This is higher than this one. And the letters on Dior, on the fake, they're slightly elongated vertically. And on camera you can tell the original has a purplish tint. The fake one has a greenish tint. And with the naked eye I can't really tell. They look almost exactly the same. But on the camera they show up. So look for those things. They're getting pretty good with it. So yeah, for me it was 4 things that I first noticed: the smell, the font, the badge code, and this little misprint that you can't really make out on the camera. But you can kind of tell right there. But then once I noticed those things, then I started noticing other little details. So you have to be careful, because on the picture they didn't have this. Maybe I could have told from the picture that it was fake on eBay, but they had like an original one in the picture, and this one shows up. And if you don't have anything to compare it with, I mean, most people can be fooled, I think, especially because they smell very, very similar. So yeah, hope it helps someone out there. It was just updated. They were getting better and better than the last videos I've seen, than any other YouTube video I've seen. They're more obvious than this one. This one's pretty damn good.